everyone, and welcome to another round of 12 News Weekend. I'm Kariba Devine. Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley. That is why each week we'll rewind the tape to show you some of our very best stories. Some will make you laugh, some will make you cry, and some will just make you feel good. This is 12 News Weekend.
Tonight, doctors are reporting an alarming number of flu cases on the rise across Arizona. But as 12 News journalist Trisha Hendricks reports, there's steps you can take to protect yourself and the most vulnerable people in your life.
The number of whooping cough cases known clinically as pertussis continue to climb in Arizona as reports of the illness have skyrocketed nationwide in recent weeks.
We have seen an increased number of cases compared to previous seasons.
Joel Tariquez is the medical director for the Bureau of Infectious Disease with the Arizona Department of Health Services.
Right now, we're at up to 591 cases that are either probable or confirmed in the state, when if we compare to last year, we were at 344, so a significant increase.
So why is that?
We were taking some specific precautions to prevent respiratory infections, respiratory transmission of infections such as COVID, including face masking, that as we loosen those precautions, we start seeing an uptake of other respiratory infections.
Whooping cough is a respiratory illness caused by a type of bacteria.
Some cough, maybe some runny nose, fever, muscle aches.
What makes it different than other respiratory infections is that the bacteria, which requires some antibiotics to be treated, is that within 1 to 2 weeks after the onset of symptoms, those who have whooping cough develop more symptoms, including shortness of breath and a worsening cough.
That makes an unusual whooping sound. Sometimes this cough is so intense that will cause vomiting.
It's contagious through coughing, sneezing, or respiratory droplets. Young babies, elderly people, and those who are immunocompromised are at a higher risk for developing serious infection.
Some of the complications can lead to mortality.
Joel says as we enter the holiday season, of course, there will be large gatherings, so it's important to pay attention to how you're feeling. And if you feel a sneeze or cough coming on, cover your mouth. The other thing,
vaccination, making sure that those individuals at higher risk are protected with vaccine.
He says sometimes the vaccinations may have a lasting effect of 4 to 10 years, which is why boosters are needed every so often. Most of all, if you start developing symptoms, stay home until you can get tested or treated, all in an effort to stop the spread in our community.
So we have to make sure that we stay protected.
In Phoenix, Trisha Hendricks, 12 News.
We want to thank you so much for joining us right now, though, on 12 News at 4. I'm Tram Mai.
And I'm Troy Hayden. A big day here in the Valley. An iconic mall started to be torn down. Metro Center Mall opened in 1973, and it was really a landmark here in Arizona. The state's first indoor 2-story air-conditioned mall. And boy, it was a big one. Biggest to the west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, it was also the first mall to host movies inside and was even one of the settings for the hit movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. But the mall closed back in 2020, and 2 years later, the Phoenix City Council voted to spend $850 million to replace it with a walkable village that'll include housing, retail, and restaurant space right along the city's new Metro Light Rail station.
So today, demolition of the mall began, and I was there as a demo crew ripped into the once beloved building. Take a look. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. And Metro Center Mall, built in 1973, is coming down. There's actually a Phoenix City Councilwoman inside that big piece of equipment, Ann O'Brien, who's helping to do this. She has a long history with Metro Center Mall. They're calling it now the Metropolitan, so it's going to have 1,100 residences, a big area of retail that's going to be here as well, and it's right by a big light rail station. How about that? It just sliced right through. Steve Betts is here. Hi, Steve. Help us narrate this. What's just happened right here?
Yeah, demolition will work from north to south. It'll be taken down slowly as the abatement process is going on inside the building. We've been doing the abatement process throughout the summer. So the Dillard's building has been abated already.
So getting all the asbestos
Getting
out.
the asbestos and other materials out.
And you're saying it could take up to a year to fully tear the mall down.
Yeah, to take the mall down and to remove the spaghetti of infrastructure that's underneath the mall so that we have a clean palette to start to put down new public infrastructure and the park and the plaza and the like. Yes.
So tell us about the Metropolitan that's coming in here and also the Loop, the retail part of it.
Yeah, so we're really excited about the new urban village that will be created. It will be really up to 2,000 dwelling units, rental and for sale product around a park plaza that will have then retail around that park and plaza. So it'll be a really exciting urban amenity for people from all around the valley to come and appreciate and use for lots of different community events and the like.
And so there's infrastructure here already. We can show over here. I don't know if my photographer can see this, but this is a light rail station that was put up here not that long ago. A big project as well, correct?
The light rail station just opened this year. It's a $150 million light rail station. It's the only two-level light rail station in the system. 2 levels because it had to go over the freeway, the I-17 freeway, to get here. So above is light rail, below is BRT, bus rapid transit buses. So really this is a very multimodal urban village that we're creating.
Well, congratulations on your project. And I'm sure you understand there's some old-timers here in the valley that are sorry to see this thing go, right?
We all are sad to see it go. I was one of the ones that used to cruise around the mall.
Are you a troublemaker?
No. It was a fun, wholesome thing to do. But no, the mall was really special to all of us, but it's outlived its useful life and it needed to be repurposed into something really significant. And we think this urban village will be really someplace that everyone will like to go to.
Thanks, Steve. We actually talked to a couple of people who said they are sad to see it go. This was the hangout.
Yeah, it was. Every Friday night we'd come to the Harkins Theater, and then right after our movie, we just go roam around at the mall waiting for our parents, and just a bunch of good memories here.
Gonna miss it. A lot of memories here, so yeah.
What was your first job?
My first job here was Chick-fil-A, and then from there I went to Sears, and that was when I was like 16, 17 years old, but yeah, so long ago. So
you had a lot of memories in this place.
A lot of memories, a lot of friends, yeah.
So Metro Center, again, should be torn down in about a year. They think about 4 years it'll take for people to actually be able to move in here in the brand new Metropolitan and enjoy the Loop.
Tonight, a Valley father is able to do something that he hasn't for nearly a year, and that's give his sons a hug. And that's because he's been deployed serving his country while they waited for Dad to return home. 12 News journalist Colleen Sikora takes us to an emotional and touching reunion.
For almost 10 months,
I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Sergeant Joshua Ham
Can't wait to see him.
deployed with the Army National Guard to the Middle East.
It was rough at first, but you learn how to lean on the guys around you, and you just joke your way through what you can through the hard times.
Away from his wife Jeanette and 2 boys, 5-year-old Noah and 7th grader Nolan.
Hey bud, I just want to congratulate you on your Star Award.
We tried to communicate as much as possible, and that helps ease the pain a little bit and ease the worry from being gone, because they're able to see that you're safe.
Arriving back to the Valley Saturday.
He thinks I'm on my way home still. That's the only thing we've been telling him. I'm on my way home. I'm on my way home.
Monday, back to his boys.
I have the tissues in my pocket because I know it's going to get emotional.
9.5 months. Ending now.
I thought he was still out of the state.
Seeing the kids' reactions to him coming home and everything meant a lot.
I was just very happy. I didn't really understand if he was here or not.
You know where I've been hiding? Lola and Papa's house.
VIPs.
I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Physically together.
I've been carrying these through every country.
After months of reminders collected.
All for you.
How about me?
I got some for you too. I just hope that they see, that there are a lot of people out there in uniform making sacrifices for them and for this country. And they see that it is a real sacrifice, not just the soldier, but to the families. And so all the support we can get from back home and from those around us means everything.
As this
is
everything.
I'm so
said it's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Colleen Sikora, 12 News.
Through overcoming tragic diseases and accidents, 2 patients returned today to bring hope to the therapists that help them get there.
12 News journalist Colleen Sikora shares their stories and message for others.
Today is a very special day for us.
To be here.
This is the kind of day when we get to reflect and visit with some of you and see the journey that you've made.
On a sunny mid-afternoon in November at Honor Health Rehabilitation Hospital in Scottsdale for Michael Scott.
I hit a jump and ended up going wrong and landing on my butt from about 35 feet up. I'd realized I was paralyzed before I stopped sliding.
And Megan Dyer.
I had the mindset of a toddler. I couldn't count, I couldn't add, I couldn't spell, I couldn't write.
Is nothing short.
To have that kind of recovery is a miracle.
Miracle now, then.
Yeah, night and day difference. When I came to the hospital, I had absolutely no motor movement, and I was still trying to recover some kind of sensation of touch in my legs.
Michael came here last year following his dirt bike accident.
I just always kind of had this attitude that you had to keep going.
Going to learn again.
He looks a little bit better, a little bit stronger every time I see him.
With the help of therapists like Marissa Sokolowski.
A lot of times it's a long process, and these people are really returning to the life that they want after they leave rehab.
After rehab or before disease.
In February of 2023, I started experiencing neurological symptoms, such as forgetting song lyrics to Taylor Swift songs I'd been singing since I was 15, and like not being able to construct emails to people beyond hi so-and-so.
Megan's symptoms persisting and worsening, then diagnosed.
Anti-NMDAR encephalitis, which is also known as brain on fire disease, and that is where your body attacks the NMDA receptors in your brain and affects your memory and cognition.
Coming here to work to get home.
I had no personality at that time because I had no memories, so I was a little, probably not my friendliest. I was a little standoffish and just on guard. And then physically, I'd been in a bed for Sarah's waving back there. Yeah, Sarah was so patient with me always.
Finding recovery in 3 months, not the at least 18 expected. Now back to work and.
Recently, I began the process of trying to get my CPA license, and I passed 2 of the tests for that out of the 4. Thank you.
Days now.
There's a lot you can do still. Just because you can't move your leg, just because you lose a limb, just because you have some kind of brain condition, doesn't mean you can't go out and do stuff.
Filled with hope.
I would just hope that it would encourage other people going through difficulties to stay confident in what they are gaining day by day, even if they don't see it day by day.
Colleen Sikora, 12 News.
Those therapists really are unsung heroes.
And now to a story you'll only see on 12 News. We're going to introduce you to a remarkable Valley woman who has overcome addiction and embarked on a path of recovery. Not only that, 12 News journalist Tricia Hendricks reports she's also helping other people now get off the street.
I am in recovery 7 years.
Chandler mom Misty Gustafson.
I started my addiction really early on in life. I was actually in the 6th grade, and I come from a generation of addiction.
Had a difficult past.
From heroin, meth, homelessness, I've been incarcerated. I went to jail and prison.
And carried painful memories.
Childhood trauma, adulthood trauma, mental health.
Addiction had a hold on her.
I was on the brink of death.
Then came rock bottom and a realization.
I can't do this anymore. I'm either going to die or I'm going to stop living this way and I'm going to do better, right?
Misty got sober in 2017.
It's like a whole new light shined on your life. And so I was able to find God, and I was able to, love myself again. And now, thankfully, I've been given the opportunity to help other people.
After meeting Misty, Ryan Balch with the City of Chandler's Neighborhood Resources Department knew Misty could make a difference.
Absolutely, the first time I laid eyes on Misty, I knew she was the one.
To help get people off the street and out of addiction.
People with lived experience have something to offer that nobody else has. I did hire her on the spot.
She put me out there on Front Street and was like, I want you to represent City of Chandler. I want you to tell your story, and I want you to be the voice of the community for homelessness.
When she got hired, her life changed, even getting much needed dental work.
I've quit smoking cigarettes since I got my teeth done. I've lost quite a bit of weight.
Misty's journey of recovery has not only transformed her own life, but also inspired her mother and 4 siblings to embrace sobriety.
She's saved countless lives. I wish I'd kept count, but that would be impossible. She saves lives every single day.
Today, Misty is almost 40, going to college, a wife, mom, homeowner, and churchgoer.
Not just here in the office, but everywhere she goes and in everything she touches.
My mission is to just show people that there is hope after addiction and to never give up on yourself. And it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Misty was named the 2023 Beth McDonald Woman of the Year. She's now the homeless program supervisor for the city of Chandler. Today, her future is clear as she oversees a team of navigators serving about 1,000 people every year.
She's amazing.
In Chandler, Trisha Hendricks, 12 News.
Oh, look at you, Misty. Way to go. If you know somebody who's struggling with addiction, we posted a list of resources on our website, 12news.com.
New at 10, some things in life are irreplaceable. And tonight, an Arizona woman has a desperate plea because she lost something that cannot be replaced. A Build-A-Bear, similar to this one that you see, had her late husband's voice on it, but she mistakenly donated it to a Goodwill and believes that someone out there, maybe someone watching right now, has it. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with her this afternoon, and Chase, she's praying for a miracle.
Mark, and that's what it may take to get that bear back. Sandra received it from her husband years before he passed away. Now she hopes someone will see this and return it to her.
He was one of a kind person. God really spent time making him.
Ever since they got married in 2003, Sandra Castro and her soulmate Sylvester were inseparable.
We did everything together.
5 years into their marriage, Sandra needed surgery, and to help cheer her up, her husband bought her a very special gift.
He bought me this Build-A-Bear, put a message on it, very important message that meant the world to me.
What was the message that he left you?
He said, "You're the most beautiful woman in the world, and I love you."
Then in 2016, the love of her life passed away from a blood infection. All she had to remember him was that bear, playing it whenever she missed the sound of his voice.
That means more than the wedding ring he gave me, that bear, because it has his voice. It's something you cannot replace.
Last month, Sandra moved in with her daughter in Kingman and decided to donate much of her belongings to Goodwill.
I took 15 truckloads to Goodwill.
What she didn't realize is that same special bear got mixed in with the donations. As soon as she did, she went back to that same Kingman Goodwill to find it, but it was gone.
I was so upset. That meant the world to me.
She says a worker told her someone may have bought it in Kingman, but since she donated so many items, it may have been sent to Phoenix, meaning that bear could be anywhere in the valley, describing it being all black with a brown mouth and the audio recording in one of its paws. She knows it's a long shot to find it, but would do anything to hold it and hear her husband's voice again.
I know miracles do happen. I believe in miracles because my husband was my miracle.
Now, after our conversation, Sandra told me some people did reach out to her claiming to have that bear. But after asking them to send videos or pictures of it, she determined that they were just trying to scam her for money. Still, she's hoping and asking people to be on the lookout, going to Goodwills here in the valley or across the state, hopefully coming across it and returning it to her. We're live in the studio. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Boy.
Welcome back, everyone. We have another ReDiscover Arizona to share with you this afternoon, and this time we're focusing on a small mining town just south of Tucson.
Talking about Bisbee, and guess what? Just got certified as an international dark sky community. 12 News' Crystal Long has the scoop.
If you have visited Bisbee before, there's a whole new way to explore it now. At night. The Four Corners region has the most dark sky locations than any place in the world. And with Bisbee just added, Arizona now has 21 dark sky communities, places, and parks. In about a 3.5-hour drive southeast of Phoenix, you'll be in Bisbee, also known as Copper City. But perhaps something even more valuable than what was mined from its ground is found in its sky. Bruce, what's the value of a dark sky?
Well, initially we have all the economic issues that'll bring more people to Bisbee to enjoy what we have. But the reason most people come is more of a quality of life issue. In larger towns like Phoenix, where they have so many lights, The light pollution blocks out a good portion of the cosmos. All you see is the brightest stars. You come to Bisbee, we can still see the Milky Way. This is available all the time.
What did it take for Bisbee to become a certified international dark sky community?
It was a 6-year process. All the lights that were installed before we passed the new ordinances were grandfathered in, which means we still have a lot of unshielded lights. And so our public outreach now goes to the citizens of the town. Change your porch lights and things like that send out a lot of glare all over the community and light up what you need.
You know, this was quite the undertaking. What made you raise your hand and say, I'm going to spearhead this, let's do this?
I've always been fascinated with the night sky. I used to live more in the mountains and I always had a nice dark sky, and I came to Bisbee and it's changing so much, becoming a more popular tourist destination. And I realized that if we interceded quickly before the development ran unchecked, that we could control it, because everybody still gets to have their lights. It's just more focused and without glare.
So when is the best time to visit Bisbee to do some stargazing?
We're good 12 months out of the year. The wintertime skies are probably the clearest and the nicest, but you can come in midsummer. If you don't hit a monsoon night where it might rain, it'll be gorgeous then also.
That's a fiber optic camera, and at the end of it is a dog.
Oh, it's still probably another 3 or 4 feet past where the PVC's at. Right?
Lucy, Linda Montillo's Chihuahua, stuck down the burrow her pet tortoise made for the last 4 days.
She's like a human, and I could not let her die there. No.
That was the word of the last 4 days. No.
You know, seeing my mom's heartbreak, I just couldn't allow that to happen.
Linda's son Jason called excavators, the Humane Society, the fire department. No one could get Lucy out of the hole. Linda said no. She wasn't leaving Lucy.
Every night I go out there, my legs would be in that big hole, and I would sit there. I would sing to her, talk to her, and tell her that her mommy is here.
Jason posted this video to Facebook looking for help because nothing else was working.
Next thing I look, and I got like 200 responses, and Kim being pretty much the first response, did not even know she seeked us out, and you just showed up.
Yes.
No one actually called Kim Powell with Samson Canine Rescue. She just found Linda's house.
I was pulling up to their house right as Jason actually reached out to me.
She has a tool specially built to pull small dogs out of tight spaces. Lucy was definitely stuck.
Just under 30 feet and about a 9-foot drop overall.
Finally, with the help of a plumber who answered the call, Lucy was free. And then Linda said something almost as amazing as a dog trapped underground for 4 days.
She's 17 years old.
That's 84.
And she lived through this? Oh, Mama!
In dog years. Lucy's still at the vet, still recovering, after an ordeal that started with a lot of no's
Hell of a job, you guys.
and led to people across the valley saying yes.
My heart just said, there are people out there are so good.
In Glendale, William Pitts, 12 News.
Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, you can catch 12 News Weekend on Saturdays and Sundays on our YouTube channel and our streaming app, 12 News Plus. I'm Kariba Devine. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend.